Few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Washington Redskins. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop the throw. They'll roll him out right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think got to be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Now a toss play. It's Hines. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Back to throw here. He may try and run for this. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So that'll back him up 5. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. This a 33-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. He'll look to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Flush to his right. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the 1st quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, look at that. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And
they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The clock running here. Under a minute to go now in the first quarter of a 3-0 game. They'll set up to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They run with Geis. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So you're a boxing guy. How do you score that on your boxing card? A very long drive, but 3 points.
And I really want to do my boxing analyst voice right here, but I'm going to keep it normal for us, right? I call it a draw. That type of a drive has to feel good, right? You take it all the way downfield, you control the ball, control the clock. But they only got 3 points out of it. So defensively, it could have been worse, right? So I give it a draw.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They'll set up a throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And taken at the 46. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up nicely with what looks to be a first and goal right around the 10-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Rolling to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's
red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. Forced out to his left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Flush to his right. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. Now they try the right side here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll try to run with Hines. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Nyheim Hines as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are in for 6. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. This is taken at his 4. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
All right, here we go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And that one results in 35 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. And they'll run it here. Fights off the defender. a no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They're going to look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And they'll go on the ground. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throw here. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
Gone!
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Gone!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
No, check, Patriot!
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throw left side complete to Burnett. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Now, that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on first down. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Back now at FedEx Field. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. In for the score. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to. Or less than that, and wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Flush to his right. Now the ball comes loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Redskins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. He'll look to throw. He may try and run for this. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts. And
keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good.
So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
So out now come the Redskins. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 30, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Ravens on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
319! 319! Over!
They'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. This is taken at the 18. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football.
Oh, man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now it's Hines, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. He's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on on this football game.
This one